Steve Bauer, 1990 Paris-Roubaix finish. This Paris-Roubaix has so many stories, but of course in 1990 it was the closest ever Paris-Roubaix finish. Steve Bauer finished just, what was it, 1 centimeter away from Eddy Planckaert, 1 centimeter away from victory that day, right, Steve?
Well, as close as it gets, let's put it that way. I think the key part of my race was I bridged across to the front group at a good moment. Laurent Fignon was very strong that day. He was doing a lot of attacking. And I think I made a good counterattack off one of his efforts. You know, I came to Eddy in the lead group, and I felt great in the final. I tried to drop Eddy.
You did on the Carrefour de l'Arbre, right?
On the Carrefour de l'Arbre, but he was glued to me like, you know, glued tight. I couldn't get rid of him. And then, you know, then Edwig Van Hooydonk and Eddy and myself, we came to the velodrome. I went high on the banking, you know, tried to get an advantage by being high to see Eddy and Edwig, and then 2 other riders caught us and led through. And so I caught in the corner of my eye that Edwig Van Hooydonk was coming around to lead out the sprint, and so I took his wheel, dove down underneath him on the inside of the banking. So I took the short way around, and coming down the straightaway, it's just Eddy and I, and it's almost like blackout, you know, come to the line.
The straightaway right over there after the final curve.
100 meters to go, neck and neck, and it was almost like a blackout, you know, when neither of us threw our bikes, you know. It was just like we were just ready to throw our bikes, you know, but it was almost like we couldn't see the line. And Eddy, he got it by a centimeter. What can you say? You know, it was just photo finish, one of those, you know, agony of defeat days, right?
Don't want him too, but look at this ride now by Van Hooydonk. Goes high, opens the door to Steve Bauer. Bauer comes on the inside, and it looks as though Steve Bauer's going to get that first classic victory on the line. They are almost together, and you know Eddy Planckaert was right on him on the line. We'll have to look at that again.
Well, it means like I'm confirming that what I've always thought, you know, this is a race that I can win, and I just hope the photo goes in my favor.
It was, what can you say? I mean, that was, for many riders, this would be the biggest win in their career, and you come within a centimeter of winning it. You seem pretty pragmatic about it.
Well, I think I rode a perfect race. You know, the only second thoughts I would have is, you know, keep my eyes open to see the line and give a good bike throw. You know, it's just the timing of that bike throw was late, and you know, on that I lost the race basically. But you know, so in the effort after 265 kilometers, you know, it's like it all out to the line. That's it. I think when you're in the velodrome, you're so focused on the race. You don't. I mean, of course, there's a tremendous atmosphere. The stadium is full. There's people everywhere. VIP is packed. In COVID times, you won't have the same atmosphere. But the race itself, you're so focused. You're like in the zone. I don't think you don't really see or hear the people. You're focused on that finish line. Well, having a lot of track experience in my amateur days, I immediately went up the banking, you know, to be able to see Eddy and to see Edwig below, right? So I could keep an eye on them, you know, so if they attacked, I would be able to move. And then when Wampers came through, they came through to the front, right? So they also had a lead out in front of me. So that's the way you control the race from being high. But you know, some road riders not having the track experience, they likely stay lower on the banking. You know, not having the same, you know, comfort level to go up high. But it's definitely an advantage if you can get up high on the banking and, you know, you control your adversaries, you know, from below or from behind.
Steve, that was a long, agonizing wait. I think the judges, the riders, no one knew who won that day in 1990. Inside we saw they put your name inside, there's a little bar inside here. They put Steve Bauer, Eddy Planckaert. It's the closest ever Roubaix finish. It was a sunny day. There's a photo of Eddy Planckaert up on the podium, but I think it took a long, long time before they realized who was the winner. Did you know when you crossed the line, had you won or placed second? And how long did that process take?
I didn't know, certainly not. I think it was a good 15, 20 minutes if I recall. But yeah, no, it was too close. It was really too close to call. I don't think Eddy thought he won, or I didn't think I won. So we really need to wait for that photo to see who won the race. That's bike racing. You know, close calls are a part of the sport.
In a sense, you became maybe more famous for having that second place than had you won.
Well, I would love to have my name in the shower and have that cobblestone that would have been a nice souvenir for the rest of my life. But of course, souvenirs of my pro career are just as important.